Welcome back, coin roll hunters. Thanks for joining me, Matthew, the great coin roll hunter, as we continue this epic search through this $500 box of quarters. It has been awesome. So before we tear into that, if you're new to the show, make sure you subscribe and ring that bell because you're not going to want to miss another episode. I've also got another shout out, this one going out to Slither IO Pro. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for watching and commenting. And yeah, I'll leave a link below if you want to check them out. Go over there and show them some love. All right, so now let's get on with the hunt. So I always check these enders for silver or anything else that's really cool. Here we've got a Minnesota state quarter. So that's good for us because this one actually shows up on 2 of the different series we're searching for. And this one here, that one looks like it's part of the 50 state quarter series, but can't tell which one that is. All right, so here's a quick rundown of what we are looking for. We are looking for obsolete coinage. Now these are coins minted from 1931 and older. This is going to include designs you probably never seen. You don't see them in circulation anymore because they've been replaced by the George Washington obverse. That's the head side. And so it's going to include the Standing Liberty quarter, the Barber quarter, and if we are really, really lucky, the Seated Liberty quarter. Now these quarters are also 90% silver. They look really cool. I think the Standing Liberty design is probably one of the coolest quarter designs we've had as far as the obverse design. But if you get a chance, Google image them because hopefully we find some of those. Now, we're also looking for the 90% silver Washington quarters. So those will be 1964 and older. So anything 1964 and older that's a quarter is going to be 90% silver and 10% copper. We're also going to be looking for some error coins. And this is why I'm so excited that this coin showed up. So here's just a quick rundown, if you're ready for this, of the states we're looking for. Wisconsin, Minnesota, Kansas, Delaware, Arizona, and Colorado. Now each one of those states that I've separated out shows a coin error or variety, and it's a kind of an example of different types of coin errors and varieties that that show up in the minting process. And then finally, we're going to be looking for some birds in the 50 state quarter program. Again, this one shows up, Minnesota as well. So we're doing some birding in the 50 state quarter program. So let's tear into this roll. All right. So now the birds on the 50 state quarter program are not going to be worth more than face value. It's just kind of fun because it's a way to learn about these coins, and it gives us an opportunity to become familiar with them. And so anytime you can learn some numismatic knowledge about coins, it just makes you a better numismatist. All right, somebody who studies the history of coins and their elements. So we always look at the edges of these rolls first because we're looking for those solid coins that are silver. The 90% silver and the obsolete coins will have a solid color to them, usually a dark gray or even a black. And that's opposed to the modern coins that have this copper banding in the middle. We call that clad. It's actually a piece of copper sandwiched between 2 nickel layers. And it doesn't look like we've got any silver today, unfortunately. But that's okay, because now we can look for the error coins and the birds. So besides the birds just being fun to look for and giving us an opportunity to learn, the error coins will actually have quite a bit of additional value as far as a modern day coin goes. So we'll look at this the Minnesota error coin, sorry, ender first. Now it's known for a double die. This one was made in Denver, and let me just look at my list here. Philadelphia had the greatest double die error opportunities here, and what you're looking for is extra trees in the tree line. Now, I have had a chance to go over this one before. I'm going to leave a description in the link below in these videos. You can check that one out to see what exactly we're talking about in more detail. However, it is a bird, so we're going to put it in our bird series. We haven't actually gone over that one yet. So that one's 1990. Also, if you see your birth year come across the screen, make sure you shout it out in the comments, because nothing's more fun than your birth year. And so that's just kind of a fun thing to do. If you've got any questions or comments below, make sure you answer that in the comments below. Now here we've got a South Dakota quarter. We actually went over this quarter as well on Big Money, which is a series we do every other day in between these coin roll hunts. So I'll leave a link below for this one as well. You can check that one out. And that Big Money series is really cool because we take these coins that we find here and we put them under the microscope. Now here's our first chance at an error coin. This one, or actually it's our second chance because we had that Minnesota. But this one's a Delaware, and it's known as a spitting horse. And you'll see like little ridges where the die cracked around the horse's mouth. I'll leave a link below to this one as well, and you can take a look at that. All right, here we go. Just cruising right along. No birds in New York. All right, Maine. We got some birds off the bow. We'll put it aside as well. So just really fun. Here's Alaska. No birds in Alaska. Not on the coin anyway. All right. And so what's really neat is the 50 state quarter program. It started in 1999. And it continued for 10 years. They released 5 different state designs, 5 designs each year for 10 years. And I think each design was minted for about 10 weeks. And so it's just it was a huge program as far as a engraving and manufacturing process. I guess the manufacturing, the minting of the coins wasn't that big of a deal. But for some reason, the 50 state quarter program is notorious for all kinds of different coin errors. And so we're about halfway through this roll. We've got 3 birds on our list. Okay, so no silver yet. Nothing that we may have missed on the edge method. Now you'll see these are celebrating the state parks, and or the national parks. I should probably look into it. I think it's national parks. And that's a series that's currently going on today here in 2017. And so we'll get into those a little later once they conclude, I guess. Here's Wyoming. All right. So, all right, Arkansas, another bird in our list. And actually, let's see. I'll leave a link below to this one as well, and you can learn more about that. All right, cruising right along here. Okay. So if you've got any questions concerning your coins, or maybe you found a coin and you want to know what it's worth or something like that, that one's pretty common. 1965, 1 more year older, and that would have had 90% silver content. Anyway, just leave your questions below. Also, if you're really enjoying these videos, especially Big Money, or you're just enjoying the hunt, share them out on your social networks and see if you can't get your friends to come over, and we'll all talk coins together in the comments. That's really fun. Just any excuse really to get together and talk coins. So I'll zoom back in here. We got ourselves a first little bunch. It looks like it's all birds again this time. So we've got Maine. We've got some birds off the bow of the ship. We've got here we go, Arkansas, some sort of waterfowl there. South Dakota, now we know that one is a Chinese ring-necked pheasant. And Minnesota. So here we go. So I think we'll go after, let's see, I think we'll go after the Minnesota in our episode of Big Money tomorrow. So make sure you join us. Hit that bell if you're already subscribed. Because we'll be taking this quarter and putting it under the microscope, and we'll learn about all these different features. So anyway, thank you for joining me, Matthew, the Great Coin Roll Hunter, on another fantastic coin roll hunt. So until tomorrow, I'll see you next time. Happy hunting.